My wife mocked me, saying she'd take everything in the divorce. I smiled, stayed silent, and gathered evidence for 2 years. When court day came, she lost everything instead. Hello, Reddit talkative here. I married Isabella Sterling when I was 26. She was 24, stunning, sharp-tongued, and ambitious. I fell in love with her fire. The way she carried herself like she already owned the world. Back then, I was a 34-year-old electrician, proud of my work and good with my hands. She used to love that about me. But people change. 4 years ago, Isabella got promoted at her corporate sales firm. Overnight, her salary doubled. The designer clothes started rolling in. The champagne dinners, the new, networking friends I never met. Suddenly, I wasn't a hard-working man. I was beneath her. She'd laugh at me over dinner. What am I supposed to say at work events, Jack? That my husband's a blue-collar electrician? You'd never fit in. At first, I brushed it off, but then the invitations stopped coming. The woman who once bragged about me was now ashamed of me, and the insults got sharper. You're lucky I even let you live here, she'd say. This is my house. When I'd call her out, she'd twist it back on me. You're too sensitive. Stop being dramatic. That's when I realized I needed proof. 2 years ago, I bought a $50 voice recorder. We live in a one-party consent state. I didn't need her permission. Every morning, I slipped it into my work pants and hit record. I also photographed every deposit I made, every bill I paid, every transfer into her accounts. I backed up everything to 3 different cloud drives. I wasn't paranoid. I was preparing for war. 6 months ago, Isabella came home late. Her hair was tousled, lipstick smudged, her dress clinging like she'd just left a nightclub. She leaned against the doorway with a lazy smirk. You know, Jack, she slurred, if I divorced you tomorrow, you'd be screwed. I know all the best lawyers. My income is double yours. You'd end up living in that ugly truck you love so much. She laughed, a high, cruel laugh that echoed through the kitchen. You'd never survive divorce court, baby. I'd take everything. I forced a smile, but inside I felt something snap. Is that so? I asked calmly. She tilted her head, amused. That's what I love about you. You really think you'd have a chance. I remember looking at her that night and thinking, you just declared war. 3 months later, she came home with divorce papers. She dropped them on the table like a prize and smirked. Be a good boy and sign whatever my lawyer sends. She'd hired a shark attorney. Their first offer was insulting. Isabella keeps the house, the investments, the cars. I get my tools, my truck, and the joy of paying her spousal support. I hired Caleb Rios, a lawyer with gray hair and a reputation for being relentless. Bring me everything, he said. When I showed up with 3 massive boxes of documents, receipts, and recordings, he whistled. Jack, you just brought a nuclear bomb to a knife fight. At the first settlement meeting, Isabella looked radiant, legs crossed, a diamond anklet glinting under the table. She smirked as her lawyer spoke. We're being generous. Mr. Sterling may keep his truck and tools. Isabella will retain the marital home, investments, and Jack will provide monthly support. Caleb didn't say a word. He pressed play on a recording. Isabella's voice filled the conference room. You're lucky I let you live here. This is my house. You're just a guest who fixes the lights. Her lawyer frowned. Caleb played another. I'm moving money so that idiot won't get his grubby mechanic hands on it. Another. I've been planning this divorce for years. He's too dumb to see it coming. The smug smile slid off Isabella's face. Her lawyer's confident posture crumbled. Caleb started laying out hotel receipts, fancy restaurants, jewelry purchases. Who's Lucas? He asked. Isabella froze. Lucas, it turned out, was her work friend. He'd been enjoying luxury watches and 5-star hotel weekends, all charged to my credit card. That night, Isabella tried to manipulate me. Jack, baby, she purred. Lucas means nothing. Let's not be vindictive, we can still work this out. I smiled. You have his name tattooed on your ribcage, Isabella. Her eyes went wide. Lucas told me it was Sanskrit for strength, she whispered. It literally says Lucas in cursive, I said, holding up a Google image search. She said nothing. From there, things spiraled. She tried to destroy me. She called my boss, crying that I was unstable and dangerous. He laughed. Jack, my cousin owns this company. You're our best guy. Forget her. She called my mother, sobbing about how I was abusive. She posted online about being a survivor. But I had hours of recordings, her mocking me, bragging about training me, laughing about Lucas being better in bed. By the second court meeting, her lawyer looked like he hadn't slept in weeks. My client is willing to settle 50-50, he said. Caleb smirked. Not good enough. We want 65 to 35, and she pays every cent of the $15,000 she racked up with Lucas. Then Caleb pulled out printed messages. Isabella and Lucas discussing plans to hide assets offshore. That's fraud, Caleb said casually. Should we call the IRS now or later? Her lawyer went pale. Isabella's face drained of color. She fired him the next day. The new attorney tried to argue my recordings were illegal. The judge, unimpressed, said, one-party consent. Motion denied. Discovery revealed the final nail in her coffin. Isabella and Lucas had created an LLC, siphoning $75,000 from our joint investments without my consent. The judge's expression hardened. You started a business with marital funds without your husband's knowledge? Isabella exploded. This is bullshit. He's just an electrician. I deserve everything. Order in the court, the judge barked. Mrs. Sterling, control yourself. Security escorted her out. Her own lawyer quit on the spot. The final judgment was brutal. For her. I was awarded 70% of all assets. The $75,000 she stole was deducted from her share. She was saddled with all credit card debt and got no alimony. Mrs. Sterling, the judge said flatly, you earn over $100,000 a year. You'll manage. We sold the house. I bought a 3-bedroom home outright, no mortgage. Isabella? Lucas dumped her as soon as the money ran out. Their business folded. She now rents a dingy 1-bedroom apartment, sold her BMW, and is drowning in debt. Last week she texted me, I hope you're happy. You destroyed my life. I replied, no, Isabella, you destroyed your life with greed. Now I sit on my porch, coffee in hand, my tools in the garage, peace finally in my home. When someone laughs about ruining you, start recording. When they plan to take everything, collect receipts. Because in the end, those receipts will save you. And bury them.